Marpessa was the princess of Aetolia, daughter of Venus and the granddaughter of Ares, the god of war. She developed into a beautiful woman with grace and intellect to rival even the goddesses of Olympus. She was not only gorgeous to look at, but she was also a trained combatant and could easily exchange blows with most. Naturally, suitors from around the kingdom crowded at the gates to win her hand in marriage. However, the king, her father, couldn't bear to send his daughter away. He was madly protective of her and devised a brilliant plan to never marry her off to anyone. He declared a chariot race to the death. Anyone who could beat him would receive the hand of his daughter as the reward. But losing the race would result in a swift death. Venus was feeling pretty confident as he had received strong and fast horses from his father Ares, capable of defeating any horses on the mortal plane. With the blessing of his father, Evanus sat there smugly on the royal throne, confident that no one would dare to challenge him. But the allure of Marpessa tugged at the hearts of men, blinding their intellect and making them race with the king, Venus. As expected, the horses from the mortal realm were no match for those gifted by the gods. One by one, men died off, their desire to be with Marpessa unfulfilled. Then came Idas, son of Aphareus and Aaron, the sole prince of Messenia, who fell in love with Marpessa. The feelings for the princess overwhelmed Idas, and he was unfazed by the challenge. But Idas was no fool. He knew ordinary horses could not beat Venus, so he had some divine help. He knelt before his father, Poseidon, begging him to lend him the winged chariot for the race. After persistent pleading from Idas, perhaps feeling a little annoyed, Poseidon obliged. Feeling optimistic, Idas came to Aetolia and challenged the king for the hand of Marpessa. Both Idas and Venus stood at the starting line, the atmosphere tense and the onlookers excited. Both contestants put up a good fight, but to the dismay of Venus, Idas came out on top, passing the finish line just a few seconds before Evanus. Excited with the outcome, Idas got off his chariot, thrilled to embrace Marpessa in his arms. Then came the twist. Evenus couldn't believe his predicament. His worst nightmare had come true, but he was not one to back down. He outright refused to honor his words and accept the outcome of the competition. He denied marrying his daughter to the victor. Furious at this deception, Idas had to use force to win the love of his life, and he wasn't one to go down without a fight. In a move straight from the playbook of his divine brethren, he kidnapped the princess right from the palace under the nose of King Venus. The poor king searched for his daughter far and wide, but no mortal could keep up with the divine chariot of Poseidon. With his only hope in the world gone, he ended his life by drowning in the river Lycormas, with only the memories of his daughter as his company. Without knowing any of this, Princess Marpessa was having the time of her life, flying in the winged chariot, traveling the world, and enjoying the company of the daring Idas. But this romantic trip was short-lived. While on the way to Messenia, they sought shelter and snuggled together at a nearby temple. At nighttime, Apollo noticed the gorgeous Marpessa sleeping and couldn't help but admire her beauty. Fueling his inner Zeus, he decided to take the curvaceous princess for himself. He forcefully took Marpessa against her will and set sail in his chariot. When Idas woke up and found Marpessa missing, he immediately set out to find the handsy god. In no time, the two contenders for Marpessa crossed swords. Their fierce battle for the princess's affection raged day and night, with both of them evenly matched. There seemed to be no end to this conflict, but finally, the king of the gods, Zeus, appeared. Zeus, for a change, decided to de-escalate the situation. He gave Princess Marpessa the choice of whom to wed. Marpessa, being smart, began sizing up her prospective husbands. She had two choices, a god or a common prince. Any ordinary woman would pick the easy match, the god, of course. A god was immortal, accompanied by immense beauty, power, and wealth. But marrying a god would be tricky. She would lose her grace and beauty as she got older. And the gods, thanks to Zeus, did not have a reputation for being faithful to their partners. She feared that as aging would take a toll on her, Apollo would likely cheat on her when he got the chance. On the contrary, Idas was known to be a just warrior. He did not have the good looks of the gods, but he had the physique and ruggedness of a fighter. He, like her, would age, and they could have a normal and simple life together without any unpleasantness. He was most likely to have a faithful relationship with her for life. And finally came the judgment. Marpessa chose faithfulness and simplicity over beauty and power. If you ask me, she is a sordid young woman. Apollo was disgraced by the decision, but he respected the woman's choice, a rarity in Greek mythology, and went about his day. Princess Marpessa and Prince Idas got married and lived happily ever after.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to get more content like this.